But don't worry about any of us getting above our raising. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We have many sources of perspective. And for me, a lot of that comes from my home. And a lot of you will have heard this story before, but I've never told it with Megan actually in the room. It's a story that features her providing some perspective to me. Actually, it's great to have the kids here. They took a day off school to get up here yesterday. And it was Megan's 15th birthday yesterday. She turned 15. She missed her first day of driver education. Her first official day of driver education. But it was a couple of weeks after the campaign, and we drove home to Swift Current, and I walked in the house, and I proceeded to issue edicts. I walked over to where Tammy was and told her there were clearly too many onions in the chili. And I told Coulter he needed to focus a little bit more on wrestling. I said something like that to Faith, and then started in on Megan. She should do her homework. She should be more focused. Why wasn't she studying? She put down her pen and said, "Dad, I don't know what kind of a day you had in Regina, but when you walk through that door, you are not the premier." Another very humbling day of perspective came with Wes Cates, the best halfback, the best running back in the CFL, or number 20 for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Wes had asked a foundation and a government about ways that he could help out, that he could give back. He wanted to get more involved with the community, and so the Chris Knox Foundation facilitated something where Wes could donate some tickets to those kids who were fighting cancer, and we had a big day at the legislature, and kids who were battling cancer were there, those who were involved in that foundation were there, and when it was all done, the kids went out to play a little pickup game of football on the lawn of the legislature, and Wes and I held back a bit for some pictures and whatnot. And eventually, though, we headed out to play a little football. And I remember I was feeling pretty proud, pretty pleased. You know, here I was with Wes Cates, at that time the leading rusher in the CFL, and one of the best of all of the riders, of course. And we walked down the steps and headed towards where the kids were playing football, and I actually made this comment to him. I said, "Wes, if you're going to play, please don't get hurt, or I will never win another election in the province." But as we got closer and closer to the pickup game, the kids noticed that we were coming. And of course, as kids will do when there's new people coming to a pickup game, they started to shout out who they would want on their team. We get Wes Cates. You guys get that other older guy.